Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a review on the new Makeup Revolution Fast Base Foundation Sticks, and then I'm also going to review the new Makeup Revolution Concealer, which is Conceal and Define. So I saw the new foundation sticks on Instagram and I just had to try them. I went onto the website on the day that they were launched, and normally I don't like buying foundations off of websites I don't know my shading yet, but they do have quite a handy guide on the website that goes through all of the colours with all of who they should match, the undertones, that kind of thing. So I've gone for the shade F4 in foundation, and this one is for light skin tones with a neutral undertone. Normally I go for a yellow undertone, but the closest one that had a yellow undertone was either F2, but that's for fair skin tones, or F6, which is for light/medium skin tones. Now, I'm not quite on the fair side. That would probably be too light for me, especially now that we're going into spring and summer. And F6 is probably going to be slightly too dark. So I went for a neutral undertone. We'll see how that goes. And then I also got another one, and I got the shade F10 for contouring. And that is for medium skin tones with a golden undertone. So the description on the website says, foundation just got faster. Launching in 18 shades and a range of undertones, fast-based foundation quickly perfects contours and highlights your complexion. The easy-to-apply stick formula melts into skin, blending seamlessly to leave a fresh and dewy finish. The sticks are £5 each, which I think is fantastic for foundation. And how much do you get in each one? It doesn't say how many grams you get per stick, so if I can find it out, I'll leave it down below. And I really wanted to try the Conceal and Define Concealer. Apparently it's amazing. I know it's sold out in lots of shops, and apparently it's also a dupe of the Tarte Shape Tape. I don't have that, but I really wanted to give it a go because some people said it does kind of match. At the time when I bought this, the lighter shades weren't available. Normally I wouldn't go for something so dark in a concealer, but again on the website they also have the little guide. Again, the one that I probably would have gone for would have been C2 for fair skin tones with a yellow undertone. I would have gone for the C2 because I don't tend to need to conceal any other areas of my face, so I just like a lighter one underneath my eyes. But the C4 is for light skin tones with a neutral undertone, so this will probably match me, but I just wanted to give it a go anyway. Okay, so I have primed my skin already. I use the Figs and Rouge Soft Focus Pore Perfect HD Matte Veil. Normally when I do a review of foundation, I do half primer, half no primer to see how it goes, but because this is a stick foundation and I don't really use it so often, I thought I would use two different tools instead. So on one half of my face, I'm going to use a beauty sponge, and this is the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. And on the other half, I'm going to use the Real Techniques sculpting brush. So I quite like the packaging. It's just matte and quite sleek. So I'm just going to apply it directly to my skin. Ooh, wow. It goes on really nicely. Ooh, that's nice. I think I'm going to do half my face first, and then I'll do the other half. I don't really know how much to put on, so I'm just going to kind of do that. It looks slightly pinky rather than neutral, but you know, hey ho. Okay, I'm going to use the beauty sponge for this side. The sponge doesn't seem to be doing too much to blend it out. It's not horrendous, but I feel like you've kind of really got to press it into the skin. It's blending out really nicely though. It's not overly cakey or anything like that. The colour match isn't too bad. I'd say actually maybe a tad lighter. Okay, so that's one half blended out with the sponge. It's really nice foundation actually. It does kind of blend out into nothing. It's not into nothing, there's still something there, but it blends out really, really flawlessly and just kind of melts into your skin. I'll do a second layer on this half of my face before I do this half and blend that out with the sponge again. And just add a bit more coverage around my cheek area and maybe just around my eyebrows where I've got a bit of redness. Yeah, that second layer is much, much better. Yeah, so far I'm really, really liking this. I don't know if you can quite see on camera if I come a bit closer. It's just kind of airbrushed this side of my face. It doesn't look overly cakey. I know that I applied a pore filling primer, but it hasn't sunken into any of my pores. It's not gone cakey around this area of my nose. Yeah, I really like that actually. It's really, really nice. Okay, I'm going to do the other half of my face with the brush. I'm going to apply the same amount that I applied on the other half of my face. It does blend out a little bit easier with the brush. Okay, so there's that half blended out. It has blended out so fast. I would agree it is a really fast base foundation stick. If you are in a rush, this is really, really nice. I'd probably say that the brush has kept a lot more product on my face. The sponge seemed to absorb it quite a bit because they kind of look quite similar now, and I've only applied one layer to this side. Just going to apply a bit more across my cheek. There we go, so that is 2 layers on both sides of my face. Both have blended out flawlessly. There's not actually a massive difference between the two, other than I think that the brush took away less product. They both look really, really nice. They've kind of, this side's kind of started to dry, but not to like a really, really dry finish, just so it's not quite so greasy as when you first apply it, because it does go on really smoothly. It just looks really flawless, actually. I'm very surprised. It looks really, really nice. If you like glowy, then this is a really good foundation, and obviously if not, you can mattify it if you want to. It's not like a ridiculously glowy either. It's not like you're an oil slick. It's just a really, really nice, just glow. Okay, moving on to contouring. I'm going to take the other stick. Oh, actually, yeah, that's not too bad. It's quite light. It looks darker in the stick, but so did the foundation, actually. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of that. Okay, so I've just applied a small amount because it's buildable, obviously. We can always add more, but we can't take away. So I'm going to blend it out with a sponge, actually. Okay, there is half of it blended in. It has blended in really nicely. It does take a little bit of working into the skin, but then again, like I said with the sponge, so did the foundation. The colour's really, really nice. Not overly warm, but not too dark. So I think F10 was a good choice for me. Actually, I'll swap to the brush on this side and see how that goes. There we go, so that is both sides of the contour blended in. It's actually blended in really flawlessly. Yes, big thumbs up from me so far. I'm going to very, very quickly try the Concealer and Define. I don't really know how much to put on of this because apparently it's quite heavy. I don't want to put too much on. We'll start off little and we'll put more on if needs be. So yeah, it is similar colour to me, slightly lighter, which is quite good. We shall see how it blends out. I'm going to use a sponge for this. I quite like sponges for concealer. Ooh, wow, for quite a thick, well, it's not super thick, but it's thicker than the normal concealers that I go for. That's blended out really nicely. Oh, that looks so nice. It started to sink slightly into the tiny little lines right underneath my eye. But to be fair, I just have that with every concealer anyway. And it's not awful. It is literally if you're this close to my face, which, let's face it, you shouldn't be. Okay, so I had to go pick up my sister from work really quickly, but before I went, I applied some powder. It was the RCMA No Colour Powder, and I just applied that underneath my eyes, around my nose, on my chin, and a little bit on my forehead, just to mattify slightly, because I was quite glowy in those areas. The powder set really, really nicely. The concealer has actually done surprisingly well. It's not set too badly into my fine line, and the foundation has actually settled even more into my skin. It looks really, really even still. It looks really nice. It's still got a nice glow to it, but it's not sticky or tacky or anything like that. So I've probably been wearing this now for around 3/4 of an hour-ish. And yeah, so far it's doing really, really nicely. Like I said, the powder applied nicely over top. But I'm going to go away and apply the rest of my foundation, and I'll come back in a few hours with an update on how it's lasted. Hey guys, I am back. So I've now been wearing this foundation for around 7 hours. So it's not a super duper long time, but I want to get ready for bed and take off my makeup now. So it's been on long enough. Looking in the mirror, it's actually lasted unbelievably well. I thought it was going to go a lot more oily as the day went on. I'd say I'm probably starting to go slightly oily around this part of my nose, on the tip of my nose, between my eyebrows and on my chin, but I get that with all foundations, and it's just a case of just taking a powder around with me. It's not awful, so I wouldn't, if I was still out for the day, it wouldn't bother me. I'd just carry on as normal. The contour and everything has lasted really well. The makeup has sat on top really, really nicely. So yeah, overall, I'm completely blown away by this foundation. For £5, I think it's fantastic. So I definitely think this is worth it. The concealer as well. concealer. Yes, that was fabulous. I think it's £4. Wow, amazing. I would definitely go out and buy that in a lighter shade in case I'm doing kind of full glam and I want nice highlighted under eyes. But yeah, the colours that I got online are actually quite good. So that list of everything, of the undertones and skin tones, actually really worked. So if you're a bit worried, go on there and just have a look. But yeah, I really like this. So big thumbs up from me. I'd probably go as far as giving it like a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give a big thumbs up. On my eyes, I'm currently wearing the new Makeup Revolution 4 eyeshadow. I did a comparison between the old formula and the new formula, so I will leave that video down below. And please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos from me in the future, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye guys.